Big games, big bets, better drinks. You're listening to Happy Hour Playbook, your guide to the winning side of sports and lifestyle. I'm Chris, and we're officially on air. Let's see what's on the slate today. All right, welcome to the Happy Hour Playbook. My name's Chris.
I'm the co-host, Wes.
This is episode 7. All right, guys, we got a couple things we're going to recap on that we talked about last week. First, the biggest part of it's going to be March Madness. Second, MLB started.
Oh, yeah.
Opening night. We're going to talk about NHL playoff, where it stands as of now. And then we're also going to talk about the NBA playoffs and also the MVP race that's going on. And we're also going to introduce a new segment that we have. It's going to be at the end of the show. It's going to be called the Happy Hour Locks. We wanted to kind of make a segment that's going to be specifically just for bets. We're going to talk about some bets that we had, throughout the week, what hit, what didn't, kind of like what we're looking at in the future, doing team bets, parlays, and whatnot. And we'll go over all those with you when we get to that segment. That's going to be the last one. But the first segment, we're going to start off with Happy Hour Pour. Today, we have Guinness, which is a Irish dry stout. And these cost, it's anywhere from $6 to $8 a pint. Nitrogen infused. Really, really good. I just poured mine right now. I should have waited to pour it. It reminded me of like you're pouring some black coffee. But we're going to go ahead and give it a try and taste it.
No, it's very good. One of my buddies had some of these on opening day on Thursday, and I was like, man, that's not bad.
Super creamy.
It's definitely thick.
That is very good, though.
Definitely thick.
It's not bitter.
It's not something you want to drink if you're thirsty.
No. But I think sometimes when people think Guinness, they think of thick, hard to drink, super bitter. No, it's really good. It's got a really good taste to it. I don't know if this is the right word, but it is creamy.
It's very creamy.
Coffee-like in the texture. Nice when it's cold.
Yeah, I wouldn't drink it hot. That's for sure. But
don't they drink it hot in Ireland?
I'm not from there. I wouldn't know.
I think they do. Not hot. I think room temperature. I mean,
it's cold and it's very good. I could definitely see this being like one of those you put a little bourbon cream in.
And it says it has a little bit of roasted barley. You get a little roasted. It's not a lot. It's very faint roasted taste. But it does give me a coffee chocolate taste to it.
Yeah, I can say that. Like a little, it's just thick.
Very little bitterness. This is actually a good, if you had, for people who don't like drinking beer, I know I don't like IPAs. Whew, those things are strong.
There's a few IPAs I like.
Yeah.
But, this is just kind of one of those just chill.
Yeah.
Sitting around chill type beers. It seems like you're not going to be in a rush to drink.
No.
6 to 10 of them. You might get through 2.
What are these, 16? 16s? 15.
Oh, might as well make it a 15.
Yeah.
You know what?
Let's go ahead and make an odd number for that.
Exactly.
But I'm going to go ahead and give this playoff worthy for me. I could actually sit back and drink a couple of these. It doesn't, like I said, have that, when you start drinking that first chug of beer, you kind of get that on a belch. Like, it's not too,
yeah.
too hot.
I think it's definitely a good, just chilling, like almost like around the campfire type beer.
Oh, yeah. I can see that cold kind of.
Yeah, just simple.
Fires going.
It's not really giving me a full taste. Like I'm not feeling full with it.
No.
But kind of what you see with some of the darker beers, but it's legit.
That's really, really good. All right.
I'll probably go that with a playoff worthy as well.
Yeah, for sure. All right. This is what we've been waiting for.
March Madness.
We gave our predictions last week on our Elite Eight. That's what we actually picked.
Did you keep track of what we actually chose?
I remember some of it.
How much did I bet you for the St. John's game?
I don't know what we betted, but it was close. That's the first game we're going to talk about. But God, that game was good.
It was very good. It was a very good game. And I misspoke last week about their coach For some reason, I thought these two guys looked identical. Rick Pitino and Calipari.
Calipari, yeah.
Calipari was coaching Arkansas, which is why they're probably as
they
good
do
as they
look
are
the
now.
same. He's just younger.
I know. It's just like,
well, I don't
but
know.
I was thinking,
I
quoted their coach being, the one that was from Kentucky and he's the one that won it at Louisville.
Yeah.
And but I did misspoke about that, but.
All right.
They play hard,
God.
and the way they were shooting, I didn't think there was a chance Duke could make that game.
Dude, the paint points though, Duke in the first half, that they just kept driving, and their outside shooters. St. John played a great game. I said I was watching it, and I'm like, they had the lead in the second half. Well, there's 2 halves, 20 minutes, 15 minutes of it. The first 5 minutes, they had the lead. And it looked like it was going to be a close game. But what ended up happening is your key players came and showed up. You got Cameron.
Yeah, he kind of took over when it came down to scoring. And then the kid who had the broken foot, Caleb Foster.
That was
his first time back.
3 weeks ago?
Off the bench,
yeah.
He didn't look like he had a broken foot. He was very quick. He handled the ball well. He kind of it was more of a push when he was driving the ball versus Caden Boozer.
Isaiah Evans. That kid was everywhere. Defense.
Yeah.
Shooting out threes.
Big 3-pointer.
Golly, he looked really, really good. And I think his 25, he got 25 points. His 25 were really, really big, crucial points to get them back in the lead, because the lead changed, I think at the half, it said like 14 times. I don't remember how many times it said it had changed. But then they got that 5-point, 6-point lead. And then you go down the court, St. John shoot a 3, and then it brings them a little bit closer, and then they'd go and get another 2 and bring them back to 6. It was a really good game, back and forth.
St. John's had that kid off the bench. It was kind of crazy looking hair.
You're talking about Ruben Prey.
Yes, that dude was on fire.
I was thinking about getting a wig.
He came off the bench. I don't know why they didn't leave him in the game. He was playing good defense, and then he was 4 for 4 from 3. And they weren't just like rattle in type shots. No. They were nothing but net shots.
Did you see? He reminded me of that one kid that was on.
I'm a real but life run up on me, don't sing to the sky.
I'm gonna have to find that clip and put it in here, because it's pretty funny. He looks just like him, but he looks like a Larry Bird. If you look at Larry Bird when he was in college, he had that little.
I don't think you would compare this guy to Larry Bird, but he more like Bozo the Clown, or what's his name from The Simpsons, the one's always trying to kill Bart.
Oh,
Sideshow Bob.
Sideshow Bob.
That's what he kind of looked like.
Yeah, he was good, man. He came in, had some clutch threes. I think he had 9 points. I think.
I don't know. He was 4 for 4 from 3, so that's 12 right there.
12, yeah, because I remember when the last update I saw, he had 9 points. But yeah, he came in. He played really good. I think Duke. They had, this is the game that people were like, okay, it's 50-50. It can go either way.
Yeah, I was real surprised by the line, because I took the line. It was giving Duke, at one point it was giving Duke 8.5 points. I was a little late to the thought, and it was 6.5. Giving St. John 6.5. And I was like, man, it's going to be a much closer game than that. So I took the St. John's with the points and ended up cashing on that. But I was very surprised that it was going to be that big of a line. I thought it was, the way the game played out is what I thought it would be. Very close, come down to the last 2 possessions, who can make foul shots, who can't. Duke, Cameron Boozer's legit. He's going to be a top 5 pick, obviously. He played his butt off in the paint.
Clutch, free throws,
and offensively.
I think at the half he had more free throws than he had attempts than he had actual field goals.
What was crazy is this is their 4. You're talking about positions on the court. This is their 4 or 5, and he's bringing the ball down.
Yeah,
they're late in the game when they need stuff. They give him the ball at the top of the key and figure it out. And that says a lot, because he's 6'9" and 250. So he's not a small person.
No, but I give it up for the St. John's, man. They were 13 for 32 from threes, 41%. They look good. It was a close game, man. I really enjoyed watching it, but it did prove Boozer's real. He showed up. Though he's a freshman, you think, okay, how is he going to do with the pressure of this big game, Sweet 16?
I don't
team
think
on your back.
Someone like him doesn't really care about pressure. You grow up in an NBA household. Your dad played the NBA. you and your brother are obviously pretty good. Probably played AAU all
Yeah.
your life on special teams, and I mean, I don't think there's much pressure from his side because he knows he's going to NBA.
For
Like
sure.
there's not. He's not the fourth year senior that this is their last chance and they don't want to lose it. I mean, it's probably gonna be his only chance because he's going to the draft. But I don't think he is as much affected by pressure as in somebody like I said that's a junior or this is their first time in the tournament or something like that.
All right, this next matchup was one that Wesley was hoping UConn would lose. Gosh, UConn, Michigan State. UConn was out the gate.
Oh, it was.
They
embarrassing.
Were running.
It was embarrassing for the first half. The fact that they were only down 9 points, I think, at 8 or 9 points at halftime was a miracle.
That is the team to beat. And you said it last week.
That's not. That's not. The
no, that is the team to beat.
That's not the team to beat.
I know you're probably going to say Illinois.
No.
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 Who?
Arizona right now. But anyways, I wanted Michigan. I thought Michigan State was going to keep this a close game, so I took them with the points as well. And UConn came out and wasn't going to give me much of a chance when they're up like 20 points or 24 points early on. I'm like,
they went on that.
It was rough. I mean,
they went on that 15-1 run. It was 25-6 early. But Michigan State came back.
They did come back. They showed some resolve. I mean, they kept trying. They couldn't make a shot to save their life in the early part of the first half, and then finally they started seeing a few fall. Their big men started getting a little bit more active down low, but man, UConn was unstoppable. I mean, the fact that it ended up as close of a game, it doesn't even tell the story.
No, it makes it look like it was a closer game than it was. But UConn definitely looked really, really good. Sharp, physical. Control. Michigan State, I was watching the pregame. Charles Barkley was talking, and he's like, so confident. He's like, these two coaches, instead of watching the game, we should have them both fight each other.
Well, they're very animated coaches. I mean, Tom Izzo is a legend. I mean, he'll be a Hall of Fame coach whenever he decides to hang it up. But
did you notice something wrong with his eye? It looked like he got hit in the eye or something. It was like swollen and red. I was like, maybe he was crying in the back. But
I don't tell him. I wasn't paying attention to the coaching. I don't know. I think the UConn. I mean, everybody tries to write them off. I tried to write them off.
Oh yeah.
Last time I tried to say, I don't want to see them continue because this is the team that'll come in and win the tournament, and nobody was expecting them or seeing them that way. But they played really well. I mean, it was over mentally in that first 12 minutes. But then Michigan showed resolve and made it to a game, and I mean it went within 1 point there at the end. At one time, before they kind of drug it out a little bit more. They made a 3-pointer or something to make it a 4-point lead. But I mean to get it from a 24-point lead down to a 1-point lead, it's pretty good.
Yeah, that 19-point deficit coming back, making it look like it was a lot closer than what it was.
Yeah,
we're gonna go to the West, which. Wes was just talking about that.
I think
Arizona.
I wasn't a big Arizona favorite, but man, after seeing how they played Arkansas is not a bad team.
Yeah,
this game was over early too.
Yeah, 109-88. They shot 63.8% from the floor.
That's ridiculous.
That is crazy.
That's a football passer percentage.
So that is the highest shooting percentage in the Sweet 16 since 2005. And it's the first team in tournament history with 6 players scoring 14 points or more.
They're deep. I think that's what I saw that makes me think that they're kind of leading the pack now. I was very big on Michigan after their first 2 rounds.
Yeah.
They're playing right now, actually. But they look really good. But Arizona has been dismantling teams. Like it's not even close.
It's crazy, man. You watch them. They're just no mistakes, technical.
Matt Riley.
Push.
Matt Riley is probably proud of his Arizona Wildcats.
Shout out to Matt Riley.
Yeah.
Mr. Riley.
No, I mean I think they're a well-rounded team. They're obviously coached well. They didn't come out of a poor conference. I mean, they're in the Big 12 now, so they played, Houston and all these other teams and to get to where they're at. I think they're doing very well. I think they're going to be leading the pack going into this Final Four. Because they've already clinched their Final Four spot, so we're waiting on.
Yeah. Well, we got 2 games. So if y'all don't know, we're recording this. There's 2 games left that are going to be played today. So we'll give you an update next
so
week.
Duke is playing UConn today at 4. So that'll be to determine the last for the East-South region.
Yeah.
Because Illinois has already moved on. They beat Iowa. Man, I didn't think they were going to beat them by that much.
Iowa looked good.
The line was crazy high on them too, but I didn't like. I don't know. I didn't feel right about it. And Illinois has got some length. They're pretty tall.
What is the kid's name? He's got a weird.
There's no telling.
Yeah, I have his name here. When we get to Illinois, we'll speak of him. But I'm a little upset. This is the team that I picked, and I said they were a Cinderella team, but blue chip school, you can't be a Cinderella team. But when they came in through the first round, second round, they basically hit you in the mouth and said,
"Hello, motherfucker."
And that's Texas.
Man, that game was really good too.
Man, you know what I felt? So when that 3-point shot that Mark went up and shot, and he came down and his ankle bent, I was like, oh, this is going to be one of those games where the team comes out and they rally around the injured player and he's going to make the game-winning shot and win the game. That didn't happen.
No, but I mean, Texas was in this game the entire time.
Whole time.
Purdue never like controlled the game themselves. I mean, it was a close back and forth game the entire time. I thought that last possession, Texas tied the game up. Last possession, I thought they played very good defense on the Purdue Boilermakers,
but the rebound.
So if you look closely, apparently there was some controversial, maybe an offensive foul during that. But, pushing to get to the tip or whatever.
Yeah.
He made the tip in. I mean, you can't be upset if you're Texas. That was a great defensive play, and they happened to be in position to tip it in.
But that's it's like one of those things. I'd rather get blown out than lose right at the end with points.
I'm not trying to get blown
0.7
out.
seconds. Well, it hurts a little bit less. You're more frustrated and mad than sad. Like you were in it the whole game.
Sweet 16, you're going to be upset whether you lose or not. So I don't want to be blown out myself, for one, after coming from my high school career where I did get blown out in almost every sport. But I would rather lose a close one.
Yeah. So Trayvon Mark, he came out with 20, ended the game with 29 points, which was a season high for him. He showed out, looked really, really good, even despite his ankle injury. But Braden Smith, 16 points, 5 assists, 2 steals. He's the one that actually hit that one before they did the tip in, layup to tie the game. So really athletic, fast.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it last week. Texas got a lot of athleticism. Purdue's more of a pure team. They're going to pass and make they're going to run their offense and, benefit from that versus just going with the run and gun.
Yeah.
Some teams just like to run and gun. Like Michigan's a big run and gun team.
Yeah.
But, when you have that athleticism and stuff, it can kind of make it harder on some of these teams that are trying to play their game. They're more of a half-court setup or whatever. I thought Purdue played very well, too. I mean, I don't think they played bad in that game.
No, they kept Texas to the outside.
Yeah,
if you notice the way they were playing defense, they kept Texas was trying to drive in. They would have to pass, shoot the ball out.
It's a good matchup for both teams. I mean, they couldn't really stop each other, so they just continued to score, and it was a great game for the fans. One of my leagues that I do for the March Madness is a pick'em league. Well, it's not even a pick'em league. You get a random draft of teams, and I happen to have Purdue and Texas, and so I'm trying to figure out which team I want to root for that has a better shot to win it all, and come to find out neither one of them had a chance. So with Purdue being knocked out last night.
So we're going to go to our Midwest region. We got Michigan takes down Alabama 90-77, and that was I
thought it was going to be close. If you look at the first half, it was very close, and then Michigan just got out and they were not playing around.
Yeah, Alabama led 49-47 at the half, which I thought it was going to, Michigan was going to at least have a bigger lead than that at the half, but no, they didn't. Kept them in the game, kept Alabama in the game. Alabama looked good. They were shooting.
Alabama's a good team. I'd hate to see what they would have done if they'd have had their other star player, the kid who got arrested before the tournament.
But they hit 8 of their first 17 3-point shots.
Well,
Alabama.
The kid Philon, or however you pronounce his name, he
had
35 points. I mean, he's He's legit. He's one of the top 5 picks that they're talking about coming out this year. I mean, they were. It was a great game too up until that second half, and I think maybe Alabama ran out of gas.
Yeah, it shows their shooting. They were 14 of 47 from 3. That's 30%.
Not very good.
The second half. So.
Yeah, that's not
coming
very
out
good.
hot, 8 and 17, and then going 14 and 47.
Well, and Charles Barkley was talking about it. He's like, you have a team like Alabama that lives and dies with the 3. That really makes it hard for Michigan to defend. And
I did watch that. Yeah,
and that was why they were so close in the first half because they were making the 3s. But when you live and die by the 3s, if you stop making them, teams like Michigan are not going to just wait for you to figure
get the
it
rebound
out.
and try to get an easy
no, they're
going to
keep pushing their game, and I mean they're legit too. So,
all right, Tennessee, Iowa State.
I didn't watch this game.
I think it was late. It was the last. I think that was the game after because I saw them warming up. But we
were watching
late.
the fight, so I don't remember watching this game.
But that one, 76-62.
That's an upset.
Tennessee.
That's an upset. I think Iowa was favored by 14 or 15.
Iowa State.
Yeah, Iowa State. I mean, that's crazy.
So look at this stat. It's Tennessee out rebounded Iowa State 43-22.
Tennessee has a really tall guy at their center. I think he's 7 foot or 7'2". I mean, that makes it a hard matchup if you can't rebound. I mean, you're not getting any second chance points, and you're settling basically for like one and dones down on the court. And if you're getting offensive rebounds, those second chance points are never bad.
They were 42 and 30 in the paint.
Yeah.
Tennessee. But yeah, man,
I guess Ament, that's probably the big tall guy.
Yeah, he hit that 3-pointer with less than 2 minutes left. Man, there's a lot of good teams left. It looks really good. It's going to be tough. But I think with the matchups, I just got an update too. UConn's coming close, fourth quarter.
What?
Oh, yeah. They just sent it.
Against Duke? They don't start till 4 o'clock.
I was just leading the fourth quarter. Let's see. Oh, women's. Sorry.
Oh, my God.
They're both in it.
Texas women's yesterday. I took their bet. I didn't think they were going to completely dismantle Kentucky. They had a over and under. They had to win by less than.
What do they have that labeled as? Is it NCAA? I haven't scrolled that far to see.
It's women's. Yeah, NCAA women's.
Women's. Okay.
It's women's basketball.
Okay.
But because Texas is very good.
Yeah.
And their women's team as well. But I was like, man, they'll probably not. They may not win by 20 points, or I think the line was actually like 15 and a half. I was like, they'll keep it close probably. Not a chance. I think they won by like 23. It wasn't even close. They just dismantled Kentucky. I was like, oh my God, this is supposed to be like a later round game. But Michigan right now is up on Tennessee 30-16.
Wow.
Good Lord. That'll be crazy because they'll play Arizona, so that's going to be a really good matchup for next Saturday.
And this next team we're going to the South region. It's going to give a shout out to Uncle Kenny. Me and him talked about this game on Friday. We were talking about his team. He went to Houston. And Illinois, man, 65-55.
Yeah.
Whew. It
was a defensive game.
Yes,
I mean,
it was.
First half scores 24-22. When you see these other schools are like 47-48 or 46-48, it's like that's a defensive game.
Yeah, Illinois won on that 17-0 run.
Yeah, that's not good for you.
No. But Houston, man, I thought, you see them play throughout the season. You're like, okay, they're going to do. I thought they were going to go to the next round. That was my Elite Eight. I had them picked. Had them picked. So, but no, man, they got out rebounded 43-34. Houston only shot 34% from the field. What can you say, man? It's just you get out rebounded, outshot.
It's kind of like what we talked about before the tournament started. Whoever's making shots is going to win the game.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go on a 17-0 run, you expect that to be a win.
Yeah, for sure. And you got to have like you said, if you're living and dying by these outside shots and you're not making them and you keep shooting them, it's like, come on, we got to change the game plan,
Shoot or shoot.
Yeah, but we got to do something. We got to get the ball to the inside and try to at least get some points. But yeah, when you go on a 17-0 run, it's kind of hard to come back from that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was a heavyweight bout. I think Houston is probably the better team on paper.
Yeah,
but I mean, in the rankings and stuff, they're not. But I thought they were a better team on paper. It just didn't work out.
Next year.
I mean,
coach is staying. I guess that was something that was said that he might retire, but he said he's going back. He's like, most people would ask me like, "Are you going to take some time off?" And he's like, "No, right now is not the time."
No, he's got to recruit.
Yeah, he's like, it's not the time right now. So
no, I mean, I think Houston's a very good team. I thought they were going to win with their physicality.
Yeah,
and it turned to be the opposite. I think Illinois came out and didn't take it for granted.
Yeah, they're usually the one doing it to everyone else, but no, they got it done to them. They got punched in the mouth. Once you always tell somebody the bullies, growing up, they're like, they'll stop once they get punched in the mouth for the first time, and that's
I mean, that's always
slow them down.
It's always just getting hit.
Yeah.
A lot of people are all talk until they get hit, and then they're like, "Oh shit, okay, I don't want to be this way."
All right, the next one, it's Iowa and Nebraska. Iowa won 77-71. That was really close game.
No, I liked Iowa in that game. I thought that they were a bad matchup for Nebraska. Nebraska's doesn't have a whole lot of history of winning. In fact, their 2 wins in this tournament were the only wins that they have in their school history. So I think that hurts them not having that experience. Now, once again, it's that Big Ten conference. They've already played Iowa before.
Yeah.
Iowa beat them pretty good that last time as well. But I thought that was a bad matchup for Nebraska.
They led 32 minutes, more than 32 minutes. And like I said, Iowa didn't take its first lead until 2 minutes left in the game.
Right.
But, you get 10 forced turnovers. Iowa committed only 5 turnovers, right. So that's double.
They're a half court team. They take care of the ball. They make good passes.
Oh man, it's crazy. You have control of the whole game, and then you just let it slip away with the 2 minutes left.
Well, and you can tell if you look at the turnovers, the 10-5.
Yeah,
the points off of turnovers was huge, 20-7.
Yep.
So I mean, Iowa made them make more turnovers, and they
scored.
And they made them produce points, and that's why they won. I mean, that keeps you in a game, even if you're not leading the whole game. That keeps you in the game, and that gives you the opportunity at the end to have a chance. And I mean, they did. They made it work. Now that didn't work out great for them in the next round, but
so we're gonna get to our Elite Eight results, and I remember most of my picks. I think Wesley, once he starts looking at them, he'll start remembering who he picked. But there's already 2 teams that played. That was Illinois and Arizona.
Yep.
So Illinois ends Iowa's run, 71-59.
Illinois is tough. I mean, they're a tough team. They're a Big Ten team as well. I mean, these are all Big Ten teams that we're looking at here. It seems like.
Let's see if I can find this kid's name. Man. What the hell was his name? They all got.
Well, you got Peja's son plays for Illinois. Peja
Stojakovic, 17 points, 7-9 from shooting.
Yeah, so he must have transferred because I remember when he was in high school, he signed with Stanford. So,
is that who he came out with?
I think he was his first year, which is probably either last year or the year before, was on Stanford, and I guess he did transfer portal or whatever because, I mean, he was on Stanford's team, but that's a bloodline of shooters. If you've been around this area, we hated playing Stojakovic for years when he was on the Sacramento Kings. Oh my God, you kill the Mavericks every year in the playoffs.
3-point shooter, baby.
But yeah, Illinois. I mean, I think Iowa played a lot of close games and a lot of, it takes a lot out of you, those close games. And I think maybe they just were out of steam. Well,
they started off hot. They went on a 12-2 run.
But the 12-point loss, I think I think a fresh Iowa team's closer than that.
Yeah.
I think it's probably, a 1-possession game at the end. But, Illinois has been on a roll. They're in the Final Four. So
the common thing that I've been seeing, let's just talk in this past 10 minutes, is the rebounding.
Yep.
Illinois 38-21 rebounding battle.
And the points in the paint. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Probably direct result of actual rebound.
40-12 in points. That is crazy. And game was tied. It was close. It was 51-51 with 7 minutes left, and they just pulled ahead.
It was a tight game. I think Iowa just ran out of steam.
Yeah, they went on that 20-8 run, Illinois, and just finished it 8-0.
Right. I mean, but like Iowa is, they're kind of a half-court team. They're not trying to play run and gun. So when you get behind, and you're having to force up threes and stuff like that to make that comeback. Yeah. I think it's not what they want to do.
Well, you get that pressure, you get that sense of urgency. You're like, we got to do something. And everyone wants to go for that big shot, those threes. And if they're not landing and you're not getting the rebound, you're just giving it to the other team to get points. Right. Either they're going to get fouled going to the paint, get free throws, they're going to get layups, or they're going to pass it to the outside and shoot a three and get points off the turnover. So stay to the path. Don't let your you get anxious and crazy.
You think the game's going to dictate what you do. If late in the game you don't have a choice, but like Michigan State, they were dictated that they needed to figure out something in order to score points to get back in the game, and I think they stuck with what they had and they made themselves, they brought themselves back. But late in the game, you get out of your game plan, you're done. So, the Arizona-Purdue game.
That's your team.
Well, they no longer. No longer. I think Purdue actually, I don't think they benefited from that close game with Texas.
No.
I think that hurt them a little bit, stamina-wise and everything. Yeah. I mean, they were leading at halftime against Arizona, but then Arizona just started a run.
Yeah, they had a 16-3 run on the start of the second half. They outscored Purdue 48-26 in the second half. And they outscored Purdue 40-24 in the paint. And this is the same thing we keep seeing, just scoring in the paint, getting rebounds.
Easier points,
Yep.
What stuck out to me was the amount of free throws Arizona shot. So 20 of 22 from the free throw line. For one thing, that's amazing.
Yes.
Second thing,
it's a great statistic there.
That tells me that Purdue is out of position a lot of times, giving up these fouls and secondhand opportunities when you're, maybe it's and one opportunities or just fouls close to the hoop. That tells me you're either tired and out of position or you're being lazy.
They're doing something right in practice, shooting free throws. I'm like 20 for 22 is really, really good.
I mean, that's very good, and that's probably why they won the game. It probably kept them in the game.
And I like this little fact. Braden Smith finishes his NCAA career with all-time assist leader with 1,103 assists.
These are kind of weird records because basketball, they only stay there for 1 year if they're legit.
Yeah.
Most of the time, right? There's other.
They're looking to go to the league.
I mean, there's other evidence of people that play several years in college and they end up doing okay in the NBA. But most blue chips, 5 stars, whatever, they play 1 year, and then they go to the draft.
Yep.
I mean, I think that's pretty. I don't know. I think that's remarkably.
It's a good statistic for him. Yeah,
honorable that he stuck it out all these years, and he's getting his name etched in history because he did.
Yep.
I think that's honorable. I mean,
it is. He played good.
I also think if you only have to play 1 year before you get your money, go get your money.
Well, they're probably paying him too there. Probably not as much as like to go to the league, but
not as much as the NBA.
Yeah. Now we have today's matchups, which we have the first up is Michigan, Tennessee, and then the second one, which is going to be the one everyone wants to watch.
Yeah, Michigan is a 4.5 point favorite, and currently they're winning by 21. So you can consider that one at this point covered.
Yep.
But I don't know. Let's see. What was Tennessee's last game? Tennessee played Iowa State. So
this is their third straight Elite Eight. Tennessee's
good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a blue chip program. But yeah, Michigan's currently winning, and then
they came in focused, man. The tournament
dude, they have been.
Yeah.
I mean, without seeing Arizona dismantle Purdue, I probably would stick with Michigan being the number one overall. I think Duke is still good. I don't think they were wrong picking Duke as the number one overall, but they're playing too many close games. These other teams are eliminating people.
I don't know. I think the Big Ten's tough.
Yeah, I think so. It's showing it. It's showing it. I mean, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the 8 teams were Big Ten.
Crazy, man.
1, one SEC team,
Big 12.
One Big 12, and one Big East.
Oh, well, Houston's...
I'm just saying Elite Eight.
Elite
I'm talking
Eight.
about
Okay, you're
Elite
going
Eight.
Elite Eight. Okay, yeah. And this last game, the big one, Duke UConn.
Man, this is going to be awesome. What's the over/under on that game?
It's UConn -1.5. Over and under is 147.5.
UConn -1.5.
Mm-hmm.
Oh hell! Gonna be putting some money on that.
It's crazy. You got last game.
Let me go ahead and lock that in real quick. Are we talking about this?
So, talking about this last game that Duke played, you had Isaiah Evans and Cameron Boozer combined for 47 points in that game. It's crazy how many points they scored together. But just kind of Boozer coming in that last game, kind of taking control and getting to the free throw line. That was a big thing. I think they were down by like 1 point. He did this shot. He like rolled to the right side, shot it, got fouled, got 2 points, got his 3-point play. And it gave him the lead. I think they were up by 4, and they just kind of kept pressing and pressing and pressing. Ended up winning the game. I don't know.
What did you say the spread was on this?
Here it is. That was as of this morning. I don't know if it's changed.
Okay, because it's showing Duke -5.5 over here.
This was at 5 o'clock this morning while I was up. But I don't know. I watched that UConn game. It just looked like a well-oiled machine. They were passing the ball. It looked like a video game watching because it was just so disciplined. They were disciplined. There was no showboating. It was just they went in, did what they did. It kind of reminded me of Michigan. But it's in their pedigree. UConn, both teams, the women and the men's team is just, they're consistently in it. They're always in it, you know?
You're not wrong. It seems, like I said, they come out of nowhere and they just win this tournament.
It was funny that you said that, and you're like, oh my God, somebody needs to take them out because they're just going to end up coming in and winning.
I told you.
You know? And now we're looking a week later, and they're there. They're in the Elite Eight. So let's hope and see what happens from there.
Okay, so it's looking like Michigan, Arizona.
Yeah, we're going to Final Four talk here.
Yeah. What do you think there? I'm going to take Arizona.
Ooh. Yes. I'm going to take Arizona, and I am going to take let me see. So I think I'm going to get Arizona versus UConn, and then I'm going to say Illinois versus Tennessee.
Tennessee's losing by 20 points to Michigan right now.
We'll see. Wow. We'll see.
Well, I mean, it's going to be Arizona Illinois is going to play Duke over UConn. So whoever wins out Duke and UConn is who's going to play Illinois. Arizona's going to play the winner of Michigan, Tennessee. So I think Arizona, I'm taking them over Michigan, which is probably a poor choice right now, but 1 seed versus 1 seed. And then, man, I really hope Duke pulls one out this afternoon. They can play Illinois. I think that's going to be a really good matchup.
Yeah.
I think whoever wins the Arizona-Michigan game wins the whole thing.
For sure. And if Arizona wins, they can. They've shown it. They can win. They put up shit. I want to look up that statistic too. Just total combined points scored from the beginning of the tournament to
Arizona's got a lot.
They put up some points. If you had to pick your championship prediction, and why?
Man,
why pick who you got matched up and then who you have winning?
So if Duke UConn tonight, I'm going to say Duke's going to win this game.
Okay,
it's going to be very close.
Okay,
I think they'll win another close game, and they may have to come back from behind again. They've done very well coming back from behind to win games, which is just not a position I would feel comfortable in. I'm going to take Duke over Illinois. And I'm
over Illinois.
And I'm going to take Arizona over Michigan. Arizona's going to beat Duke. in the national championship.
That's going to be.
I don't know if any of that will come to play. This has been such an I feel like this is a very even Final Four all the way around. I think, unfortunately, whoever wins, I think if Michigan was playing Duke or UConn or Illinois, if Michigan was playing Illinois and Arizona was playing Duke, I think you have Arizona and Michigan in the final. But since they have to play each other in the Final Four, I think whoever wins that game is going to win the national title.
Okay, I just checked. There's 2 minutes left in the game. Yeah. And not in the game, I'm sorry, in the half. And it's
it's not pretty.
It's not pretty. So I might have to change mine. I thought it was going to be better than that. It's 23-41 right now with 2 minutes left in the first half. And shit. Yep. Let's just go Michigan.
You're going Michigan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck. Arizona too, man. That's tough. I like Michigan though. I that's who I predicted at the beginning to go into the championship game anyway. Team. So, but if I had to go against, it's watching UConn play and then watching Duke play. Those two teams that's going to be a good game tonight. It's going to be close, and I think
I think they beat themselves up too much to where the next team suffers in the next round.
It'll be Duke. But yeah. So we're going to say Duke.
Duke versus Michigan with Michigan winning.
That's what I'm going with. Michigan. Duke,
we'll have an opportunity in the next show to.
Yeah.
Because it'll be finalized for the championship before we put
That's
on
tough, man. So. That's tough. It's just. God damn, that sucks. All right. So we did our recap now.
Okay.
We're going to move into MLB opening. I'm going to say opening night.
Opening night, Wednesday.
So
Giants, Yankees.
So me and Wes talked about it the next day. Did you watch that smoke flag?
I did. It was really cool.
That was legit.
I don't know if that was drones.
I don't know.
Or what, but it was, I mean, I really liked the presentation. I think Netflix or whoever put this on did a great job.
It looked like a movie. It looked different. It was a little darker undertone. You know, the MLB, when you watch it, it's super bright, it's an undertone. And I told him, I don't know if there was a lot of smoke from the flag thing, but it was kind of lingering. It had like a cinematic look to it almost.
I'm not sure. I mean, the entire ceremony was awesome. Introducing the teams, the guy who sung the national anthem absolutely nailed it.
Yeah.
The crowd was into it. You had the flyover, which of course is the best thing in sports.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, hearing those jets fly over, especially after you hear the national anthem, is just amazing. The flag smoke bombs or whatever went off. I mean, they were firecrackers of some sort, but they went off and they made the American flag in the air like floating smoke, which was very cool.
I just want to say baseball's back, bitches.
No, I mean, it was good.
It's back.
The game.
It's good. It's good. It was good, man. They put on a good presentation.
Yeah, I mean, they were interviewing like Jameis Winston in the stands.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah,
they had Burt Kreschner
in the canoe.
In the canoe out there in the I forget what they call it, the bay right there.
Yeah, for all the home runs that are getting hit over there.
Right, which none were hit that night. But the Yankees look tough. I think the Yankees, like I'd mentioned, that I think they're going to have a good season this year.
That was a quick lead.
They were jumping on Logan Webb. Logan Webb is a legitimate pitcher, and he's more of one of those that
this is what he is.
It's a movement. So
they almost look identical. It's crazy. Both of them.
Yeah, but I mean, Logan Webb was hurt by his defense. I mean, there was several bad throws, several like just kind of weird plays that kind of helped put runners in better position for the Yankees. I mean, Aaron Judge went 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. I mean, you get Aaron Judge to strike out 4 times and you still lose. I mean, you're talking about a team that has a lot of depth.
Yeah,
and I mean, they're Trent Grisham in center field had a great night. Giancarlo Stanton is still playing, and he's still. It looks like it hurts for him to run, but I mean, he's still a powerhouse at the batter. I mean, they outplayed the Giants, and I think they have a better lineup and team for the Giants. I forgot how the Giants lineup actually looked a lot better than what we had mentioned before. I forgot they had Rafael Devers. I forgot.
Oh yeah, from what we looked at last week. Yeah,
I don't know which lineup I looked at last week, but it was not the same as what they put out there. And Rafael Devers, I mean, he had a terrible start to last year. I think he started like 0 for 20 something with like 16 strikeouts. but he ended up hitting like almost 30 home runs, and I think he was right around 250.
What'd you think about the announcers and analysts?
So I like the announcers because I play MLB The Show.
Yeah,
and that's the same announcers that they use. So I was like, man, I actually liked it.
Netflix went out and spent some money.
I mean, I don't think it was bad at all. I thought it was a very good presentation.
I like how they did the cuts. Like they would cut and they would have talk to the analyst, and it wasn't not necessarily about the game. It was just like, oh, when you played, because most of them ex-players, like when you played, tell me about this or tell me some stories and do all this and that. Well, they mentioned a story about Barry Bonds whenever he was in his free agency, potentially going to the Yankees. I thought that story was super funny. He basically said, at this point, I think he was like 2-time MVP or whatnot. He was already kind of established, and he got a call from the Yankees and basically was told, hey, we want to get you. We want to make you a Yankee. We're going to make you the highest paid player,
which would have been terrible for baseball.
But we need you to sign this contract today by 2 p.m. He said he just went ahead and hung up the phone. Went ahead and hung up the phone and went to lunch. And he said by the time he came back from lunch, he got a call from the Giants, and they made the deal. And history.
I mean, Barry Bonds is part of our youth growing up.
Yeah.
I mean, the home run chases of Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire,
yes,
and then Barry Bonds breaking that record.
Yep.
I mean, power hitting. I don't care if they're on steroids. I enjoyed it. That was a fun time in baseball.
It was. Every game you watched it. Why? Because you want to see if they can add to the record.
Well, and it was calculated. It was like every 7 at bats, Barry Bonds hits a home run. It's like, okay, this is number 6. And then all of a sudden he's on the 7th, and you're like anxiously waiting, and he hits a bomb. Like, how do they predict this stuff? But I mean, he was an amazing player. I know he's going to get snubbed on the Hall of Fame stuff and all that crap. I don't care about any of that. They were all doing steroids. It's just certain people got caught and certain people didn't.
What are your thoughts if he did sign with the Yankees? What would that legacy have been? Would it have been the same?
I mean, it's an easier ballpark to hit home runs out of. So, I mean, I think he would have probably made anything even better. But, I mean, you're talking about somebody he was a legit Hall of Famer before he did steroids.
Yeah, he was.
I mean, if you look at all his stats and stuff like that from when he was with the Pirates, I mean, he was an unbelievable player, gifted, talented, everything. But, I mean, I think that's what we see that, and then you compare like Aaron Judge and those guys to him, and it's not the same.
No.
It's not the same.
Times are different, man, for sure. And
it was a good start to the season. I enjoyed it. Of course I'm a baseball homer, but I thought it was good. Our Rangers.
That's what I was about to get to. We're going to talk about the Rangers game.
Rangers lost opening day. They had no batting. They faced a pitcher that was very good. He was on his game, hard lefty to hit, and I mean he won the game for them because we came back a little bit in the 9th. Berger hit a home run, kind of put us at least on the scoreboard. But they had the better pitcher that day. Evaldi didn't pitch bad. No. He gave up the 2-run home run, was a mistake in the first inning. And that looked like a pop-up in most parks. I mean, it was wind-aided for sure. So, I mean, take it for what it is. It doesn't matter. But he settled in, and then I think he just kind of got behind and gave up another home run later, and that hurt. That hurt his start, but, I mean, he didn't pitch bad. I feel like one mistake in the first inning, if he wouldn't have made that mistake, I felt like he would have been more successful in that game. May not have won, but had a better line that suits him, somebody who was under 2 ERA last year. But one of the things was frustrating about this game is we have this new ABS challenge where you can challenge strike calls, strike and ball calls. And you only get 2 per game. Unless you get it right, then you retain it. And I've seen it. It's actually been not necessarily for the Rangers, but for some of the other games, I've seen people being more aggressive with it. Mm-hmm. But the Rangers seem to refuse to challenge. I didn't get it. It was late in the game. One of our batters was called for a strike on the first pitch of the bat, so it was 0-1. But it was clearly 2 inches inside the strike zone. Didn't challenge. Whatever. Next pitch 0-2. you're just completely behind. It changes the entire outcome
Oh,
probability. If you start off 1-0 versus 0-1, you're more successful. But they refuse the challenge. I know the catcher for the Phillies the last 2 games, including today and yesterday, has challenged quite a bit. I mean, and he's gotten most of them right. So, I mean, I don't understand why people are hesitant to do it. Maybe that's instruction coming from the dugout.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, because you have a time limit, right? It's like you got to do it really quick.
Yeah, you have to make the decision right then.
So it's not something you can look at the dugout and be like,
but I mean, somebody like Corey Seager
you should be able to,
Wyatt Langford,
yeah.
I'm like, guys, y'all have free reign. If you don't think it's a strike, tap your head. If you get it wrong, that's fine. But, I'm probably telling my 9th hole hitter, like, dude, you're not challenging nothing, okay? But I'm just saying, like, these veterans that know the strike zone, like, especially catchers. I mean, it seems like most of the catchers are the ones that are initiating the challenges, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I know Salvador Perez challenged like 3 pitches in the exact same spot over the course of a game, and they were all strikes, and the umpire was refusing to call it a strike, I guess. But I think it's a great start. We're winning today. I think
7-2, baby. Top of the 7th.
Yeah, Rangers preview. Still lacking bullpen. We are hurting in the bullpen. Our starting pitching is going to be legit. Bullpen has to be decided. Yesterday, I thought everybody except for the closer did their job. I thought they looked great.
Won the game.
Yep, I thought they looked great. I thought they pitched very well, had good stuff. Our closer, I guess, is Robert Garcia, I believe is who it is. Lefty, throws hard. Didn't have any control. Couldn't get anybody out. Have to give him a little bit of credit that we would have been out of the game in regulation if Berger can catch a pop fly in. But the wind was blowing like 15 to 20 miles per hour, so he was like, it looked like a high school kid out there trying to catch a pop fly, and obviously he dropped that, and that hurt people who bet on the under, which wasn't me. But I mean, I think the biggest question for Rangers is going to be
pitching,
bullpen, end of the game, pit rotation.
Closing out the game.
Yeah, and that's very important because you lose a bunch of games by 1 run or something like that.
Well, we were in the era whenever they had just an offense, and we couldn't get anybody out whenever they had
any pitching.
Hitters. Had all the hitters, no pitching.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a good start to the year. They're winning today. Yeah. We'll see. Hopefully they close it out. That'll give us one, our first, I forget what they call series win. Yeah, series win. And then
hopefully 2 out of 3.
I mean, we got Baltimore coming up Tuesday, which is going to be a very tough game as well on the road. Our road schedule has been insane.
Yeah.
But
April 3rd home game?
Yep, April 3rd, Cincinnati.
Opening day.
Opening day at home.
Yes, buddy.
Friday the 3rd, going to be Cincinnati. They've got a really nice young group of kids. Ellie De La Cruz is a superstar. If you want, you can probably find some pretty cheap tickets to go watch them play on Saturday or Sunday. But it's a rough start to the year because, I mean, we got Philly, Baltimore, Cincinnati, which is predicted to be a playoff team, and then I think we have the Dodgers after that. It's going to be hard.
Woo, that's a rough start there.
All right, you got us going to NHL now?
NHL. And this is as of today.
Taco Bell.
If the playoffs started today. So we're going to get into NHL. We're going to start off with the Eastern Conference, which is just crazy. You have Buffalo and Carolina are both tied at 98 points, and Tampa Bay is right behind them at 96 points. It's crazy because if Tampa wins and Carolina loses, all 3 teams end up being tied at 98 points, which is funny because at the end I'm going to tell you the tiebreaker thing because it's weird how it works. It's not just winning the game; you have to win it a certain way to be able to move along. So, so today's games are going on. You got Carolina versus Columbus.
This just changed a lot since the last time we spoke because Buffalo had a pretty significant lead.
They were shoe-in.
Right, and now they're tied. And
yeah.
Tampa and Carolina have been tough the last couple of years. There's some good teams.
Yeah. Games today, Carolina, Columbus, Islanders, Penguins, Buffalo, Bruins, Tampa Bay, Montreal. And what happens if the Islanders win, they move into second in the Metro division after the game, and Columbus would drop to wild card 2. Then we have another bubble team, Ottawa and Detroit, 86 points. Flyers are 84 points. If Philly wins, Columbus loses. It's a 1-point race, which is nice. It makes the last games actually
I was gonna say, I like this because
I think there's 6 games left.
There's no resting of people.
No.
You're not like the NBA.
It's not like the NBA.
We're not playing our starters, or like the NFL does it too.
Yeah.
We're not going to play our starters. No, play the games. Like I like this, that it's this close that they're going to have to play to make their seeding whatever they is.
Well, we have a buddy that's going to the OKC Lakers game, and he was telling us he hopes.
You want to call him a buddy?
That no one. He hopes
Carlos.
Carlos. He hopes no one sits out. They're all sitting out. Ain't nobody playing that game. You're gonna have a bunch of bench people playing that game.
Probably. You ain't gonna see no SGA or anything.
You can sit right in the front. You're gonna be seeing everybody from the bench. All right, we're gonna go to the Western Conference. Our conference. So we're gonna talk about Colorado. We know those guys are just killers. And then we have Dallas. Those 2 teams are already locked in the playoffs. Colorado's been dominant all year. That's kind of the team right now to beat. Matchups today, you got Colorado, Nashville, Dallas, Minnesota, Anaheim, Utah, Edmonton, Vegas.
I like that.
Yeah. Edmonton, Vegas is, whew.
And that'd probably be one of the most entertaining series.
Yeah, and they're only 3 points apart. Edmonton has 83 points and Vegas has 80 points. Then we're going to get into our wild card race in the West, which we have Nashville, 77 points, Kings, 76 points, Kraken at 75 points, which is all pretty much one game swing. Scores and losses. Any one of those teams.
Yeah, I mean, this is like we said, taking every game seriously. There's no opportunities to sit. There's no opportunities to rest. You have to go out and win every game just to solidify your spot in the playoffs.
Yeah, and that game today,
I think that makes it so much more interesting.
And that game today, the Nashville Tampa game, is actually a big game. Tampa is fighting for the number 1 seed in the East. Nashville's basically fighting for their life to stay in the playoffs. So that's going to be a good game. They're both going to play hard. That'd actually be a good game to probably bet on for scoring, because somebody probably end up scoring some pretty high points on that one. So today, the regular, as if it was ending today, the regular season would end April 16th. Playoffs would begin on April 18th. So we're basically like
still got some more time.
Yeah, 2 weeks away. But it looks good. It looks like it's going to be a good playoff situation. The normal, usual suspects are going to be in it, but you also have those wild card teams that are shooing in and going to play hard these last couple of games to try to get in. I think it's going to be good. I'm ready to see the Stars in the playoffs again, see what we can do with the new coach. Hopefully we can be a more offensive team than our normal defensive team, skating backwards. And hopefully we can make it to the Stanley Cup Finals and win. It'd be great for Dallas.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, this is kind of when I start watching. There's just so many other sports going on. I miss a lot of the regular season of hockey, which kind of makes me a bandwagon fan. But
you still watch it.
I still
watch it. Catch
I do,
it.
but I mean, I'm not as dedicated as I should be, considering how successful our local team is.
Yeah.
But this is the time of year I get excited, because you got hockey playoffs, you got basketball playoffs, baseball starting up. There's something every night to watch.
Oh yeah.
Something every night to lose money on.
Oh my God. They love me, man. They keep sending me these offers.
I know.
Come back, spend money.
Yeah. Here's a free $20 bet.
Exactly. Dude, I got 2 in one day. I was like, shit, this is nice. All right, we're going to move away from the ice to the hardwood. NBA playoffs. This is just a current scenario as of right now. There's still time left, trust me. But the Western Conference, if playoffs, the way it would work, you got Oklahoma versus the number 8 play-in winner. You have San Antonio versus the number 7 play-in winner. Lakers versus Rockets. Nuggets versus Timberwolves. And the play-in teams in the West are Phoenix versus the Clippers. That's 7 and 8. So whoever would win those 2 games would play Oklahoma or Spurs. And then you have Portland, Golden State, and that's a 9 and 10 team. So Eastern Conference, you have Detroit, sad player top player went out, Cade Cunningham. Sucks.
Yeah, that kind of hurts my predictions.
Gosh, that was the team to beat. That was my finals team, Detroit.
Well, I had them winning the finals over San Antonio.
Yeah, God damn, I'm so mad.
Well, I mean, it is what it is.
I know.
We can't control that, but I think the East is going to be playing uphill when it comes to the finals. All they can hope is that the West beats itself up before they get there. Yeah,
the West has some tough teams, man. But we have Detroit playing the number 8 play-in winner, Boston 7 play-in winner, New York versus Atlanta, Cleveland versus the Raptors, and our play-in teams on the East. We have number 7 Philly versus number 8 Magic, number 9 Heat versus the 10 Hornets. That's all if it was going on right now. The play-in tournament, I think it starts April 14th through the 17th. So that'll determine placing and all that good stuff once those games actually go on. But tonight, I guess, if Boston wins and Toronto loses or New York wins, then they'll clinch a playoff spot. And New York just has to win to go ahead and clinch a spot.
Yeah, they're going to be clinching pretty soon. And like you said, with these teams locking up their spots, they're going to start sitting players, especially if they can't improve their seeding. There's no pressure to play them. But, it's still going to be tough. I think these playing matches are actually going to be very good.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're going to be close. I'd say watch out for the Hornets. That's a really young team that's actually pretty gifted. So if they can play some defense.
They got some young players. The 3 teams that have actually got a lock in already is you got OKC, Spurs, that's for the West, and you have Detroit. They already clinched their spot in the East. Like, it's going to be a tough road for them. Star players out.
Yeah, if your star players out, you're hurting in the NBA.
Now, this is the sad part. We had so much promising moments for our young rookie for the Mavericks.
I don't think this is sad, actually. I think this is actually good for our future.
Well, yeah, for the draft.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely helps. But he had a slow start to the season. I watched the first game he played. I think he showed he's a great teammate. I think he's a great player. I think he just needs time to develop. He's 18. I'm like, you can't expect a lot from the kid. But our teams that got eliminated in the West, we have the Mavericks, Grizzlies, Pelicans, Kings, and Jazz. Eliminated teams from the East, we have Bulls, Bucks, Pacers, Nets, and Wizards. Now, the play-in teams, Golden State, they're locked into a play-in with a loss, or Houston win. Trailblazers, same situation. They're just waiting. Either they're going to win or they got to have a loss of one of the other teams in the East for them to get in. But I don't know, man. The NBA is looking good. I think it's going to be a good playoff run for all those teams. But it's kind of I think it's going to be the Spurs from the East. From the West.
I'm ready for the season to end so that we can see the playoff picture exactly how it's going to be. That way we can kind of really dive into those matchups. I think the West has more to offer than the East. But, it is what it is, and, we'll have playoff basketball in a few weeks.
Yeah, hopefully Detroit still can do something, but I don't feel too confident about that anymore. But we're going to go into the MVP race real quick. I actually have the whole list of week by week of who was number 1, number 2 in the race, but the alien is in the current running for number 1.
He is legit. I mean, that's why San Antonio is number 2 right now in our West. So, I mean, I had San Antonio going to the finals to face Detroit, which is probably going to be Boston now. But I think San Antonio has a very good chance at making this a young championship team. They have some young pieces. Wembanyama he's an alien. It's an accurate statement. I don't know if he wins over Jokic or SGA for MVP, but I think he proves himself that he's never going to be out of this race after the season.
Even
he's going to be the LeBron James.
Oh, yeah.
He'll be in the MVP voting all these years.
Taking the the crown back. But I think it's funny because even if either one of those three people win, it would be the 8th straight year that we have an international MVP, which is pretty cool. But I think.
I mean,
it's a good race.
It's hard to go because they play different positions, and
yes,
the stats don't match up because
all three of them, I think, right?
Yeah, I mean, SGA is your point guard. You have Wembanyama that plays really the 4, and then you have Jokic that plays the 5.
Yeah,
I mean, and Jokic, his stats are crazy. I mean, he's averaging like a triple double.
Yeah,
and so like comparing
27.8 points, 12.8 rebounds, 10.8 assists. Yeah,
it's a coin flip right now. As long as all these stay healthy, I don't know how they make this decision.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I think San Antonio had the biggest jump this year.
Yeah.
Oklahoma was so hot coming out at the start of the year with like a 22-1 record or something.
Yeah.
I think, they've kind of come back to earth, but as SGA is a part of that. I mean, so he's won MVP before. Why would you not?
Yep. He won. It'll be back to back. He's second in the NBA with averaging 31.5 points per game.
Yeah.
And they're the top seeded team in the West.
I think you make the wrong decision no matter who you pick because there's such you can vouch for the other guys so much.
For sure.
I think it's going to be exciting. I think it's going to be a good wrap up to the end of the season. I think we're going to be moving forward, and I think it's going to be a great time of year.
Oh, for sure. Now we're going to get into our new segment here, which is Happy Hour Locks.
Or unlocks.
Unlocks, if you get the money in your pocket.
Man.
But
it's been a rough week for me.
Yeah. Just so you know, this is all for fun and entertainment. We don't want you guys.
Yeah, if you don't have the money to bet on this, don't do it. Don't
put all your whole check into a bet that we talk about what we're going to do, and then you end up losing and leaving us a bad comment or something on YouTube.
Right. But, I mean, I think with the prize pick betting, it's really difficult to establish locks. I mean, for one, you're looking at, like, I do a lot of baseball, a lot of basketball picks, a lot of college basketball. I've got one basketball going open right now that I took off somebody else because on prize picks, they give you, there's people that will post their bets and you can tail it or you can
it's nice.
go against it.
It's a feed that they have and you can see what they post.
So sometimes I'll pick those, especially if I don't know the teams or whatever. So I have one of those going to right now. I'm 2 out of 3 so far. I need one more. I need a block from somebody from Michigan.
And it's nice, too. You can do live bets. So once the game's actually already started, you can go ahead and see where they're at currently and go ahead and see if you want to put a bet in the game, potentially winning. It's a lot harder like that. You try to do those active bets when the game's going on. It could change a lot. People sit.
I think what I'm going to say for my active lock this week is going to be Michigan, Arizona total. Both teams scoring out the woodworks. We won't see what the actual bet is until after tonight because Michigan has to win, and then they'll establish the lines. But I think the total bet over would be a good bet this week. So we'll see. Other than that, I'm going to be tailing some baseball picks, but that's all I got.
Yeah, we got
not much. I don't have in my mind games that I want to specifically pick on yet until the lineups are established.
Just some things that they have too. There's a bunch of different platforms you can use to place your bets on. We just use Prize Picks because it's kind of super simple. I've got the other ones downloaded. This one just seems to be a little bit more easier to use, user friendly. Shows a little bit more statistics on it. And like I said, it's got the bet. I think the multipliers, depending on what you're betting on, right. And you can get in a good mix of basketball, baseball, tennis. What is it? The gaming. Do you want to do?
Bet on Call of Duty.
You can do first half, second half, first quarter, second quarter. It's got everything. And then if you want, you can bet on the teams. If you just want win or lose, you can do all that. Super easy. Like I said, we've been using it for a while, and it's just a fun platform.
It's a good app. I mean, I know some people like Underdog better, but I really enjoy the Prize Picks. It seems like it just flows well. I tried Underdog. I didn't win one time on Underdog, but maybe that's my personal prejudice. But it's a little fun. I mean, you put like last night we were watching the fights, which was why I missed the Illinois game, and it was like man, it's just you just guess. I mean, are they going to strike? And I guessed wrong.
Yeah, that's tough too.
Well, typically in fights like women fights, they typically go the full amount of time. They just beat the hell out of each other for 3 rounds. Well, the lady knocked her out in like the first 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, that happens often.
I was like, man, they just completely ruined my whole table of bets here. But it's fun. It makes it more interesting. Makes you have something on the line. Makes it a little
for sure.
Fire. So
with the MLB season starting, we'll have a little bit on the next episode. A couple of bets we'll have in there.
Yeah,
it's kind of hard now because with the Final Four starting, it's.
We'll have some for the championship game for sure.
Yeah.
I think that's what we'll focus on for next week is championship game, and maybe I'll look at the Rangers schedule and see what I can find.
But if you guys have any suggestions, any bets that you guys are placing and y'all want us to talk about it, you can follow us. Like I said, Facebook, Instagram. We're on YouTube, TikTok. If you want to watch the videos, Spotify, Apple Podcast now has video. You can watch us on YouTube too. But we're on all the platforms. Send us messages if you have any questions, things you want to talk about. But we're going to go ahead and cut this one out. This is episode 7. I'm Chris. This is Wes.
Yes, sir.
And
you guys have a good night.
Hopefully next week you guys are ready. We got some good stuff coming, okay? Talk to you guys later. And that's the final whistle for today's Happy Hour Playbook. I'm Chris, and we're officially off the clock. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts so you don't miss out on our next slate of picks. Stay sharp, stay hydrated, and we'll see you at the next kickoff.